Hey guys, thanks for tuning in on Coach KZ and Majestic Life Solutions. I don't remember if you followed my content once before, and I was telling you that this book that I was reading, and because that's what I said, I was trying to, I've been, doing a little bit more reading to improve it. You understand what I'm saying? So I was reading this book, but it was a good book. I didn't even get to finish it or whatever because I started doing something totally different. And when I be telling you to do one task at a time, but I have to put in my head also that it's you got to work on one task at a time. You can't work on about 12 tasks. And so that's what I got to put in my head also. You understand what I'm saying? So I know that I tell you all the time, but you can't work on a lot of tasks at the same time because you wouldn't figure out what's going on. But I want to. It was a book. It's called "The Journey to Finding the Root, Cause of Suffering." And it says people have a hard time letting go of their suffering out of fear of the unknown. They prefer suffering that is unfamiliar. There is an important distinction to make when you speaking about suffering. When I mention suffering in this book, I'm referring to psychological and emotional suffering. There's a way in which no matter what happens in your life, you do not have to suffer emotionally and psychologically. I am not saying that what we go through is all in our heads or made up. Terrible and unfortunate events happens to people every single day. What I'm saying is that although we experience a lot of pain in our lives, suffering is optional. In other words, pain is unavoidable. But now we react to the event or circumstances that happens in our life is up to us, and that we'll dedicate whether we suffer or not. So it was a good book to me, you guys. It really was a good book, but I wanted to do my content and stuff like that. But it's actually a good book that you can actually it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon, but okay, if you know me, I found a way that I can it was a PDF. It was a PDF and I got the and I found a way to download it, but I don't even know how to get back to it. I found a way. I think it's in my one of my files, but I found a way to download it on a PDF. And I downloaded it and I was actually reading out through it and I was where was I at? Because I got a red marker on it. See that red marker? That red mark, that's where I was. I was on oh, one channel, I was farther. Huh? Oh, so I was on chapter 3. It's a little mark. You see that mark right there? That means that's where I needed to finish chapter 3. Um, but anyways, like for real, we cause our suffering, and when we cause our suffering, and then we don't want to find out why why we cause our suffering. When we go through stuff in life, we got to understand that we put ourselves through things. We create suffering, like the physical, your body and stuff like that. We can't, that's just something but mentally, mentally, we create that because we stuck on our trauma. We stuck on the past. We stuck on different experiences that happens in life. So we cause our suffering. And sometimes we be stubborn. We be stubborn and we don't want to let go of the suffering. But only thing that you have to do is take care of that. Each individual, each individual on this earthly land have suffered before. So if you know how to actually heal yourself, heal yourself and start moving forward in life and stop suffering. You have to be self-awareness of why am I suffering? Because we do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. So when we create a whole lot of things in our life and we start suffering over the things that we know that we can change, we don't like to. We don't like to. A lot of us like to suffer. Listen to what I'm saying. A lot of us like to suffer. But if you create in your head a reality check that I can overcome this suffering. All I have to do is basically, if you need to seek professional help, do like I do, talk to myself. I releases my suffering and pain. In my pain, I turn into power. My walk of shame, I turn into power. You understand what I'm saying? So my walk of shame, just like how people want to make me shame in front of the whole Dallas, Texas, but did nothing shame me. Did nothing shame me. Because this is a life journey that we all go down. We all go down suffering. We all have pain. So where do a doubt come in my mind that I can't walk these streets without shame? I don't have to have shame. I don't walk with shame on a crown on my head that says shame. Because I'm not ashamed of nothing that I have created in my life. I'm not ashamed of that. My story is God's glory. So if you're ashamed of something, that means you've done something. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not ashamed of nothing that I have created in my life. When you walk with shame, that means, oh, you done did something. So you got to understand when I created a whole lot of drama in my life, but I'm not going to walk in shame with what the smear campaign has to say. I'm not walking in shame for that. I'm not walking in shame. That's not going to give me trauma because the smear campaign is false. It's a falsely statement that somebody created in their brain. So I don't walk around here in shame. If I go to the store and I hear Hispanic music, I'm going to dance to it. If I hear my song, I'm going to dance to it. I don't walk around with shame. So you guys, I just want to say that some things in your life we create suffering. But if we can avoid creating drama and mess in our life, then sometimes we can avoid some of the suffering that we go through in life. Because we create this as humankind. But then when things get tough and it seems that we can't overcome it, ask yourself why. Ask yourself, why did I create this suffering that's upon me? And once you start realizing the why that I created this upon me, then you can move forward in life. You can't move forward if you don't know the why. You have to actually know the why. And I sure hope this helps somebody today because just being real, you have to actually know the why of why I created this. Why did I put myself through this suffering in which I could have changed the actions the actions that I created, or the actions that I was going down. The action speaks louder than words. So when you go out there, just say if you go out there and you go rob and you go rob and you get away. So you suffering because you waiting on the police to come pick you up, right? Just put that as an example. You're suffering, but your actions went out there. You went out there to rob somebody. So you waiting on the police because they got you on videotape, right? Think about it. Think about it in your head. You went out there and you created that. You created your suffering. So when you created your suffering, you you suffering every day because in your mindset, that's the only thing that you're thinking about is when they're gonna pick me up. Because I know I was on videotape. I know I created this. So we create our suffering. We create our suffering. So when we start understanding that it can be less, it can be less suffering if we don't create trauma. If we don't create trauma, because we do it to ourselves, we create trauma. That's just like me being in and out of relationships. That right there created trauma. Created trauma. So we do it to ourselves. Don't know individual. Didn't nobody put a gun to my head and say I have to be in this relationship. I have to be in that relationship. No, I created that. I created that. That was a self. That was my self discovery. Then that's what I thought. So I created my own suffering. So you got that. You today. I want you to ask yourself why. Why did I create this? That's what I want. That's what I'm gonna leave you with today. Is why did I create this? Because action speaks louder than words.